Have you ever felt that nagging pressure or that all too frequent urge to use the restroom, especially in the middle of the night, and wondered why it's happening? It's a question millions of men face every single day, and often. The answer doesn't lie in a complex medical procedure, but right on your dinner plate. Welcome back to Natural Health Secrets, where we decode the body's wisdom to bring you advice that truly transforms your well-being. Today, we're diving deep into the secrets of the prostate, a small gland with a monumental job, and revealing the dietary shifts that doctors and natural health experts genuinely wish you knew about. If you or a loved one are concerned about BPH, prostatitis, or the long-term risk of prostate cancer, then you cannot afford to skip a single moment of this video. We're not just going to tell you what to avoid. We're going to give you a complete professional and easy-to-implement strategy, showing you the clear, easy solutions to restore your urinary health, boost your energy, and fundamentally protect this vital part of the male anatomy. We've analyzed the most common mistakes men make with their diet and distilled the knowledge into 5 fundamental secrets that act as powerful shields for your prostate health. Stick with us until the very end, because the final secret is the single most important lifestyle modification you can make to start reversing years of silent damage. The first secret we need to unlock is about the inflammatory storm, and how most men are unknowingly fueling it every day with the wrong kinds of fat. You see, the prostate gland is highly susceptible to inflammation, which is the foundational problem behind conditions like prostatitis, the swelling associated with BPH, and the environment that allows unhealthy cell growth to thrive. When we talk about the most harmful substances, we must start with saturated fats, especially those that come from processed sources and industrial dairy products. These fats aren't just high in calories, they act as pro-inflammatory triggers in your body, meaning they are chemically structured in a way that encourages the production of intense inflammatory cytokines. Think of these cytokines as tiny fire alarms constantly going off inside your body. And the saturated fat is the match that lights the fire right next to your prostate. Evidence from extensive medical reviews confirms that diets rich in these fats can significantly aggravate existing prostate issues and are associated with a higher risk profile for aggressive prostate cancer. The clear solution here is not just to reduce fat, but to completely change the quality of the fat you consume, moving from an inflammatory diet to an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. This means consciously and aggressively replacing sources of saturated fat, like high-fat processed meats, cheese, and butter, with the healthy, protective fats our bodies were designed to use. We are talking about the incredible power of omega-3 fatty acids, which are the natural fire extinguishers for your internal inflammation. These essential fatty acids, primarily eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, found abundantly in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, are crucial because they directly modulate the inflammatory pathways. By increasing your intake of omega-3 south, you are actively instructing your body to calm down the systemic inflammation that targets the prostate gland. This simple dietary shift can help reduce the swelling and discomfort associated with prostatitis and BPH, leading to a noticeable improvement in urinary flow and comfort. But the protective power of fats doesn't end there. Don't skip the next step, because there's an even more accessible fat source you might be overlooking in your daily meals. Monounsaturated fats, found in high concentrations in extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and various nuts, are another pillar of an anti-inflammatory diet. These fats are celebrated for their ability to improve cellular health and nutrient absorption, and they play a crucial role in the famous Mediterranean diet, which is consistently linked to lower rates of prostate disease. Consider swapping out cheap industrial seed oils for high-quality, cold-pressed olive oil, not just for cooking, but as a staple dressing on your vegetables. This transition away from inflammatory fats to protective fats is not about deprivation. It's about strategic nourishment that provides proof you can feel almost immediately. Imagine waking up fewer times at night, because the inflammation that was putting pressure on your urethra has subtly begun to subside. This proof is evident in large-scale population studies comparing the Western diet, characterized by high processed meat and dairy intake, to the traditional diets of Asia and the Mediterranean. The difference in prostate health outcomes is often stark, underscoring the profound impact of fat type on long-term gland health. Now, let's consider how we prepare our food, because this brings us to the second critical secret, the red meat and cooking temperature paradox. Many men who eat red meat believe they are simply consuming protein. But when certain meats are exposed to high-heat cooking methods, such as grilling or frying, a chemical transformation occurs that creates genuine cancer-causing substances. The primary culprits here are heterocyclic amines, or HCA letters, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, which are formed when amino acids and creatine react at high temperatures. The charring and the smoke that give grilled meat that characteristic flavor are unfortunately the visual signs of these potentially dangerous compounds being created. The prostate gland is particularly vulnerable to the cellular damage caused by these HCA letters and PAHs, and frequent consumption of high-heat cooked red and processed meats has been statistically linked to a significantly higher incidence of prostate cancer. Processed meats, like sausages, bacon, and cold cuts, present an additional layer of risk due to their high content of preservatives, nitrates, and added sodium. So, the easy solution here is twofold. Change your protein sources and drastically change your cooking methods. This doesn't mean you have to become a vegetarian overnight, but it does mean treating red meat as an occasional indulgence rather than a dietary staple. We encourage you to embrace leaner protein sources, such as chicken, turkey, and especially fish rich in omega-3 south, which we just discussed. Furthermore, plant-based proteins, including legumes, lentils, and specific soy products like tempeh or tofu, in moderation, offer a powerful and protective alternative when you do choose to consume meat. Adopt gentler, lower-temperature cooking methods, such as baking, stewing, slow cooking, or poaching. If you absolutely must grill, consider marinating the meat first in herbs like rosemary and thyme, which are powerful antioxidants that can help mitigate the formation of some of those harmful compounds. This is a perfect moment to ask, what is your go-to alternative for red meat? Do you prefer fish, chicken, Or are you exploring plant-based options like lentils? Share your favorite healthy protein in the comments below, because your suggestion might be the perfect starting point for another viewer. Remember to hit that like button if you're finding this professional health advice valuable, as it helps us bring more natural health secrets to those who need it most. Now, let's move on to the third secret, which is about the hidden salt and sodium bladder connection, an issue that contributes directly to the most frustrating and disruptive symptom of prostate problems: nocturia. Many men focus on salt only in relation to high blood pressure, but its role in prostate and bladder health is equally critical, if not more immediately noticeable. Excessive sodium intake causes the body to retain fluid, which increases the volume of urine produced by the kidneys, placing unnecessary strain on the bladder. The result of this fluid retention and increased urine output is often a worsening of lower urinary tract symptoms, leading to that difficulty in completely emptying the bladder and, critically, waking up multiple times during the night to urinate. This disruption to your sleep cycle not only affects your energy, but also dramatically reduces your body's ability to heal and recover. The problem is compounded by the fact that industrial and processed foods, including those seemingly innocent store-bought salad dressings, industrial sauces, prepackaged meals, and even certain breads, are absolutely loaded with hidden sodium. This is sodium you don't even taste because it's masked by sugar and other flavor enhancers. Our clear and easy solution is to strategically replace sodium with natural flavor substitutes that offer their own profound anti-inflammatory benefits. The spice rack should become your new best friend. Think turmeric. Known for its powerful anti-inflammatory compound curcumin, ginger, and garlic, these natural spices not only enhance flavor, but also contribute anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that actively support prostate health. Furthermore, they allow your body to naturally regulate its fluid balance, reducing the strain on your bladder and often leading to an almost immediate improvement in nighttime symptoms. You must also focus on maintaining a healthy potassium to sodium ratio in your diet, as potassium acts as a natural counterbalance to sodium, helping to flush excess fluid from the body. Foods high in potassium, like bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados, should be consciously integrated into your daily meals. We had a viewer, let's call him Robert, who was waking up 4 to 5 times a night, and his doctor said it was just his BPH. We coached him to simply eliminate processed foods, switching his morning bread and store-bought sauce for homemade, spice-rich meals. And within 2 weeks, his nighttime awakenings dropped to just once per night. That is the proof of the sodium connection in action. A small change, a massive lifestyle improvement. And this is why reducing hidden salt intake is such a powerful tool. This brings us seamlessly to the fourth critical secret: understanding the dairy and the calcium conundrum, and why the source of your calcium matters so much for your prostate health. For decades, dairy has been promoted as the ultimate source of calcium. But for men concerned about prostate health, this advice needs a professional revision. The issue is multifaceted, linking high saturated fat and sodium content in products like cheese and butter which we've already identified as inflammatory triggers. However, there is a deeper concern related to dairy's potential to elevate insulin like growth factor 1, or IGF-1, which is a powerful growth hormone. While IGF-1 is vital for growth in children, chronically high levels in adulthood have been implicated in promoting the growth of prostate cells, a mechanism that can contribute to BPH and potentially fuel cancerous cell development. If you consider the global data, there is a clear pattern where Western countries, where dairy consumption is the primary source of calcium, tend to have higher rates of prostate cancer. In contrast, Asian countries, where calcium is traditionally obtained from green, plant-based sources, historically demonstrate lower rates. This observation is not a condemnation of all dairy, but a professional call to action to strategically pivot your calcium sourcing. The clear and easy solution is to embrace what we call the green diet for calcium and to choose fermented dairy alternatives wisely. Focus your attention on calcium sources from dark leafy greens, such as kale, collard greens, and broccoli, which offer highly bioavailable calcium with an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant-rich package. These foods provide the necessary mineral without the high saturated fat or the potential IGF-1 stimulation of concentrated dairy. Furthermore, when choosing dairy, prioritize fermented sources like kefir or specific yogurts that are low in fat and sugar. Or ideally, opt for fortified plant-based milks like almond or oat milk. These alternatives help you maintain bone health while reducing the inflammatory and hormonal load on your prostate gland. This is the kind of subtle but powerful knowledge that truly differentiates natural health from conventional advice, giving you a comprehensive strategy that addresses multiple health factors simultaneously. Think of it as a defensive strategy where you are simultaneously getting the nutrients you need and eliminating the threats. Remember to gently remind yourself and us that if you haven't already, now is a great time to subscribe to Natural Health Secrets, so you never miss a vital health strategy. Now, let's transition to the fifth and perhaps most overlooked secret, the crucial balance between alco, or spice, and overall bladder resilience. The competitive video correctly identified alcohol as a major irritant, but the explanation needs to be expanded upon with professional detail to truly understand the mechanism of harm. Alcohol is a potent diuretic, meaning it rapidly increases the rate at which your kidneys produce urine. For a man with an already compromised or enlarged prostate, this surge in urine volume places immediate and severe stress on the bladder, leading to that sudden, aggressive urge to urinate. This effect is amplified if the man consumes alcohol close to bedtime, almost guaranteeing a night of frustrating trips to the bathroom. Furthermore, the metabolites of alcohol are direct irritants to the bladder lining, worsening symptoms for those who already suffer from urinary urgency or frequency. The clear solution here is not just moderation, but strategic timing and hydration management. Limit alcohol consumption, certainly, but more importantly, cease all alcohol and caffeine intake at least 3 to 4 hours before you intend to sleep. This simple rule allows your body enough time to process the fluids and diuretics before your body enters its rest cycle, minimizing nighttime awakenings. Then we have the spicy food paradox, which is often confusing because the very components that make a food spicy are also powerful health promoters. Spicy foods, while not having a direct physical effect on the prostate tissue itself, are known bladder irritants for many individuals. They can exacerbate urinary issues, such as urgency and incontinence, by causing temporary irritation to the bladder lining, especially in those with pre-existing urinary tract sensitivities. However, as the research indicates, components like capsaicin, the active ingredient in chili peppers, are also studied for their potential anti-cancer effects. So, the secret is a personalized approach. If spicy foods clearly worsen your urinary symptoms, then you must avoid them. But if they don't, you can strategically incorporate the beneficial compounds found in the pepper family, like the powerful antioxidant lycopene, found abundantly in cooked tomatoes. Lycopene is the ultimate example of a protective substance. It is a powerful antioxidant that is highly concentrated in the prostate gland and has been repeatedly linked to a reduced risk of prostate cancer. The key is that lycopene is more readily absorbed when tomatoes are cooked, making tomato paste, tomato sauce, and stews far more beneficial than raw tomatoes. This careful navigation between an irritant and a protector is what professional natural health advice is all about. Eliminating unnecessary stress while maximizing genuine protective agents. We have covered the storm of inflammatory fats, the danger of high-heat cooked meat, the silent impact of hidden salt, the dairy dilemma, and the irritant elimination plan. Each of these 5 secrets, when implemented together, forms a comprehensive, powerful, and natural strategy to protect and revitalize your prostate health. We want to hear your biggest takeaway. Which of these 5 secrets, fats, meat, salt, dairy, or irritants will you implement today? Drop a comment below and let us know. As we reach the culmination of today's deep dive, remember that the most important factor in your health journey is consistency, not perfection. The transition to a prostate protective diet is a marathon, not a sprint. And every healthy choice you make today is a vote for a healthier, more comfortable future. We encourage you to revisit these 5 professional secrets and start with just one small change this week. Swap your cooking oil, use spices instead of salt, or simply stop drinking fluids 2 hours before bed. Don't let the complex world of health jargon confuse you. The path to better prostate health is paved with simple, natural, and powerful dietary changes. Thank you for entrusting natural health secrets with your well-being. If you found the professional detail in this script helpful, please take a moment to hit the like button and share this video with another man who needs to hear this vital information. And, of course, subscribe for more transformative natural health secrets. We look forward to guiding you on your next step toward optimal health. Let's elaborate further on the mechanism of inflammation because it is the linchpin of prostate pathology, and understanding it gives you the power to truly heal. When the body detects a perceived threat, whether it's from an invading pathogen or, in this case, a constant influx of pro-inflammatory saturated fats, it mounts an immune response. This response involves sending specialized cells and chemical messengers to the area. And in the case of the prostate, this leads to the gland swelling and tightening around the urethra. This physical constraint is what leads to the weak flow and the difficulty in initiating urination. And it all traces back to the systemic fire that the wrong foods are lighting. The natural health professional knows that true healing requires more than just masking the symptoms. It requires cutting off the fuel supply to the fire. This is why we stress the absolute necessity of transitioning to omega-3 rich sources and monounsaturated fats, because they contain the chemical structure necessary to create anti-inflammatory prostaglandins. These protective prostaglandins are literally the body's own naturally produced medicine, working at the cellular level to turn off the inflammatory signals and reduce the internal swelling. This concept of dietary medicine is profound and is the cornerstone of our channel, Natural Health Secrets, because it gives the power back to you, the viewer. Furthermore, consider the silent but damaging effect of trans fats, often found in baked goods, margarines, and many processed snacks, which are even more inflammatory than saturated fats. These chemically modified fats are entirely unnatural to the human body and are recognized by the system as a foreign invader, leading to a fierce and protracted inflammatory battle. Eliminating trans fats, which are often listed deceptively as partially hydrogenated oils, is a non-negotiable step in any professional prostate health protocol. You must become a dedicated label reader, because the food industry often attempts to hide these harmful substances behind confusing terminology. Now, let's return to the red meat and cooking temperature paradox and discuss the concept of phytoestrogens, which are plant compounds that can offer prostate protection. While we talked about reducing animal protein, it's vital to highlight the protective role of specific plant foods, particularly soy. Phytoestrogens, such as isoflavones found in soy, have a chemical structure similar to estrogen, and they can weakly bind to estrogen receptors in the prostate. This is beneficial because it can block the much more powerful and potentially harmful binding of testosterone and its potent metabolite, DHT, which are known drivers of prostate growth and BPH. By incorporating moderate amounts of healthy, non-GMO soy products, such as tempeh, edamame, or fermented miso, you introduce a natural, hormonal buffer that helps protect the prostate cells from overstimulation. This is a perfect example of a clear, easy solution rooted in natural health science that counters the negative effects of the Western diet. However, the benefit of plant-based eating extends far beyond soy and requires us to discuss the incredible power of fiber, another unsung hero of the digestive and hormonal system. The modern diet is woefully low in fiber, leading to a sluggish digestive tract and, more importantly, a buildup of recirculating toxins and hormones. High fiber intake, particularly from whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, works by binding to excess hormones, including estrogen metabolites, in the gut and safely escorting them out of the body. This is crucial because ensuring proper hormonal balance is a key strategy for managing prostate health naturally. We are not just talking about digestive regularity. We are talking about a powerful daily detoxification process that lightens the hormonal load on your entire system. This is a profound shift in thinking. Your prostate health is inextricably linked to the health of your gut. Don't skip the next section, because we are going to dive into the micronutrient powerhouse that directly protects your prostate DNA. Remember to gently tap that subscribe button if you want to unlock all the natural health secrets we have in store for you. The fourth secret about the dairy and calcium conundrum leads us directly to the concept of micronutritional armor, particularly the roles of zinc and selenium. These two trace minerals are absolutely vital for maintaining the health of the prostate gland, and deficiencies are incredibly common in the modern population. The prostate gland actually concentrates more zinc than any other soft tissue in the body, which highlights its biological importance to the gland. Zinc plays a crucial role in regulating immune function, reducing inflammation, and, most importantly, helping to manage testosterone metabolism by acting as a natural inhibitor to the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. This enzyme is responsible for converting testosterone into the more potent DHT, which is the primary driver of prostate cell proliferation in BPH. By ensuring adequate zinc intake, you are naturally helping to control this growth-promoting pathway, which is a foundational aspect of natural prostate support. The best natural sources of zinc are pumpkin seeds, oysters, legumes, and nuts, making them an essential part of your daily natural health secrets arsenal. A handful of pumpkin seeds, known as peptitis, is one of the clearest and easiest solutions you can implement today. Similarly, selenium is a trace mineral that acts as a potent antioxidant, playing a critical role in protecting the prostate cells from oxidative stress and DNA damage, which is a precursor to cancer. Studies have repeatedly shown a correlation between lower selenium levels and an increased risk of aggressive prostate disease. Brazil nuts are one of the most concentrated natural sources of selenium. In fact, consuming just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can provide your entire recommended daily intake. This is a perfect example of how targeted natural nourishment can provide pharmacological-level protection. The secret, however, lies in understanding the synergy of these minerals with vitamin D. The sunshine vitamin, which acts as a hormonal modulator. Vitamin D is not truly a vitamin, but a potent steroid hormone that influences hundreds of genes, including those that control cell growth and differentiation in the prostate. Though vitamin D's status is overwhelmingly common, and correcting this deficiency is a foundational step in any professional health plan for the prostate. Spending time safely in the sun and, if necessary, supplementing with a high-quality D3 supplement should be non-negotiable, as it contributes a powerful layer of protective proof. This brings us back to the dairy calcium debate, as dairy is often fortified with vitamin D, leading many to believe it's the only way to get this essential nutrient. The professional natural health secret is to get your vitamin D from the sun or a supplement, and your calcium from greens, effectively separating the two needs to optimize the benefit while minimizing the risk. Now, let's deeply explore the final secret, the irritant elimination plan, specifically focusing on the non-food irritants that silently sabotage your sleep and urinary comfort. We discussed alcohol and spicy foods, but we must also address the insidious impact of chronic stress and environmental toxins, which are constantly challenging your bladder resilience. Chronic Unmanaged psychological stress triggers a physiological response known as the fight or flight mechanism, flooding the body with adrenaline and cortisol. These stress hormones can directly increase bladder muscle tone and frequency of urination, turning a minor prostate issue into a constant, debilitating problem. The clear and easy solution to this non-food irritant is the strategic implementation of simple, daily stress reduction practices. This includes deep diaphragmatic breathing exercises, short periods of mindfulness meditation, or even a simple 15-minute walk in nature, all of which activate the parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system. Furthermore, we must talk about the impact of environmental endocrine disruptors, such as bisphenol A BPA found in plastics and many common industrial chemicals. These substances mimic natural hormones and can interfere with the delicate hormonal balance of the male reproductive system, potentially contributing to prostate issues. While avoiding all toxins is impossible, you can significantly reduce your exposure by avoiding heating food in plastic containers and choosing glass or stainless steel for food and water storage. This small lifestyle change is a giant leap in eliminating another layer of stress on your glandular system. Remember what we said at the start. The last secret is the most important, and that is the power of hydration management, not just hydration itself. Drinking enough water is essential for flushing toxins, but the timing of your intake is the single most important factor in conquering nocturia. If you front-load your water intake, drinking the majority of your daily requirement before 6 p.m., you allow your body to process and eliminate the fluids during the day. By dramatically reducing fluid intake in the few hours before bed, you ensure your bladder is minimally full when you lie down to sleep. This is the ultimate clear and easy solution to the most disruptive symptom of prostate issues, and it provides almost immediate, undeniable proof of its effectiveness. You deserve a full night of uninterrupted, restful sleep, and strategic fluid management is the key to unlocking it. We have delivered a complete, professional, and detailed strategy, transforming the initial concept of harmful foods into a comprehensive, 5-part plan for lifelong prostate health. This is the essence of Natural Health Secrets, providing solutions that are effective, natural, and empowering. From mastering the quality of your fats and strategically choosing your proteins, to eliminating hidden salts and embracing micronutrient armor, you now possess the knowledge to transform your health. Remember the power of zinc, selenium, and vitamin D, and the immediate relief found in strategic hydration timing. Thank you for joining us on this vital journey toward reclaiming your health and vitality. If you feel more informed and empowered after watching this professional guide, please let us know by commenting with the word empowered below. A gentle final request to hit that like button. Share this video with the men in your life and subscribe to Natural Health Secrets for more life-changing health strategies. We are committed to being your most trusted source for natural, evidence-based health information, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.